Ladies and gentlemen of the Action Army, what is going on? And welcome to another episode of Answers for Athletes. Today, we have a fun video, at least for me, hopefully for you. I think this is going to be valuable for you as well. But what I want to do in today's video is talk about my new and improved workout split. And I got the laptop open. I'm going to let you into my computer here, and I'm going to show you the workouts exercise by exercise. But what I really want to do in today's video is talk about what I've been doing up until this point, my previous workout split, which a lot of you know, I'll skim through that very quickly, and then what I have changed my workout split to, and then the reasoning and the thought process behind why I switched up my workout split. So let's just dive right in. So what I've been doing up until this point is every time I go into the gym, so I train 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday for lower body, and every time I go into the gym, I try to at least hit some jumps or some sprints. I try to hit one of those. Most of the time I like to do jumps, but then essentially I hit a squat, a hinge, and a calf raise. Like these are the four categories that I make sure that I hit all the time. Then I might add in like a bent knee hamstring, like a lying hamstring curl. Sometimes I've hit, reverse hypers. I like to sometimes hit jumps and sprints in the same workout. Sometimes I'll hit a bunch of low-level plyos, but those four categories of jumps, squat, hinge, calf raise have pretty much been relevant, for lack of a better term. They have been present is what I meant to say. They've been present in my entire volume phase in February. So in January, I was an idiot, tried to dunk in 30 days. I did it on the flimsy hoop, not the stiff rim, but I hurt my knee. So then February, volume phase, that is what I've been hitting. Now, what I'm switching my new workout split to, which I'll go ahead and let you take a look at my screen here, is instead of a 3-day split, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to be testing out a 4-day split. It is a volume phase, and I'm essentially trying to pack as much volume as I can until about the last 2 weeks of March, maybe the last 3 weeks, because I feel like I might need a little bit longer of a taper to really feel fresh. I might need 3 weeks instead of 2, but I'm going to be changing my workout split. I already have. First workout was yesterday in the new split. I'm changing it to 4 days a week. So I'm going to do 2 days, then I'm going to rest, 2 days, and then rest. So essentially Monday, Tuesday, lower body, rest, Thursday, Friday, lower body, and then rest Saturday and Sunday. So let's just get into the first workout here. So the first workout, and it says grit right here. That is just because that's the gym that I'm going to be training at. So one of the reasons why I switched up everything that I did is because there's certain pieces of equipment that I have at this grit gym, and there's certain pieces of equipment that I have at the high school gym, and I try to like stack them up is to one day I want to hit everything that I want to hit at this gym, the next day I want to hit everything that I want to hit at the next gym, such as at grit we have the adjustable hoop, so I want to dunk on the adjustable hoop. At grit I can't sprint, but at the high school I can sprint. So at the high school I'm going to add sprints, at grit I'm going to add dunks. I have a hip thrust machine at grit. I have a reverse hyper at grit. So there's certain things that, that is one of the reasons why I split these exercises up the way that I did, is because there's certain pieces of equipment or certain space or area that I wanted to make sure that I had in specific workouts, because that is the equipment that I have at that specific gym. So let's essentially just go through it. So Mondays, we got reverse. So it's essentially a 2-week block. So there's, week 1 is different than week 2 slightly. But we have a dynamic warm up if I have time. Most of the time I'm going to hit that just because I'm getting old. So then we have some reverse dead mills, single leg knee extension iso. This is just the warm up. And then I do have these. So essentially what you see. So take a look. We have plyos. Right? Lateral storage and release series, approach box jumps, jump session. Remember, this is at grit where I have the adjustable hoop. Deep tier squat jumps. I have all my plyos stacked on Mondays and on Thursdays. I have all my strength work stacked on Tuesdays and Fridays, other than my heel elevated eccentric squats, my pistol squats. So anything quad dominant, and of course my monster walks. I stack those on here because the other workout is already packed full of exercises, and I don't want to be in the gym for 3 hours. 2 hours is fine, still a little much. I'd like to be in the gym for about 90 minutes to 2 hours. Normally my workouts take about 2 hours because I record them and I talk and I yap a lot. So if I didn't record videos, they would probably take me about 90 minutes, but this is the volume phase, don't forget. So I do have all my plyos and my quad dominant exercises, other than monster walks, monster walks, lateral side steps. So all my glute medius stuff is on these days as well. But I have all of these exercises, plyos and quad dominant, stacked on Mondays and Thursdays. So the reason that I did this is because this is essentially, all of these exercises are what hurt my knee. So and they don't hurt my knee. This is just everything that I have to be careful about, everything that I have to work from ground zero all the way up. My knee is almost at 100. I'd say it's at about 90%, but it's definitely not 100. Still couldn't do a pistol squat. We just did some goblet squats the other day, and they felt good. So definitely everything is looking up, but I still want to stack all of the exercises that could potentially break down my quad tendon or my knees in general more than the rest of the exercises. I have stacked all of these exercises on Mondays and Thursdays. So let's just run through it very quickly. Dynamic warm-up, reverse dead mill, superset with some single leg extension isos. Both of those for 3 sets of 2 minutes, superset with 3 sets of 60 seconds. Then I got this lateral storage and release series. That's just essentially me doing lateral jumps from very low regressions to higher regressions. Approach box jumps, 5 sets of 3 reps each approach, right, left, and left, right. Jump session, I said record your best time. That's sprints. So record your best jumps is what it's supposed to say. Then I have deep tier squat jumps. And then I have my heel elevated eccentric squat series for 5 sets of 10 reps. The reason why there's so many is because I'm really crushing my post chain. These heel elevated, these pistol squats that you're going to see, this is the only quad dominant work that I'm doing. So I essentially have 5 sets on a Monday and then 5 sets on a Thursday. So that's 10 sets total per week at quad dominant exercises, which, that's a perfect amount in my opinion. My post chain is a ton more. So that's workout number 1. That is going to be on a Monday. Workout number 2 is going to be on Tuesday. Now, keep in mind, if I did workout number 2 before I did workout number 1, like if I did, as you could see right here, kettlebell swings, Nordic curls, barbell RDLs, hip thrusts, seated hamstring curls, reverse hypers, standing calf raises, like if I did this workout and tried to progressive overload and really hit new numbers, and then the next day I tried to do my plyos, I would probably feel some fatigue. However, all of these plyos aren't going to, so like when I ever have 2 days back to back, I like to do plyos first before my strength training. You can do strength training before you do plyos or a jump session. Some people, they get some good post-activation potentiation from that. However, not this much volume. Like this much volume would crush my jump session if I did it the day before. So if you're going to do less volume strength work, sure. But let's go ahead and tap into day number 2. So we got our dynamic warm-up, our reverse dead mills, and this is also at grit. So 2 days in a row, I'm going to the grit gym, and then Thursday and Friday, I'll go to the school. So dynamic warm-up, reverse dead mills. This is where, on this day, is where I'm going to tap into a bunch of different isometrics. So single leg knee extension, I'm holding it for 2 minutes. Spanish squat, trying to hold it for 2 minutes. Lunge hold, trying to hold it for 2 minutes. Then I got and this is the workout that you guys saw yesterday. So then I got my kettlebell swings, 2 sets of 15 reps. I understand 15 reps is a lot for kettlebell swings, but I'm trying to build the capacity of my power work, and that's really the only power work that I have is kettlebell swings, to be honest, other than plyos. That does, touch on power. Nordic curls, 2 sets of 10. Barbell RDLs, 2 sets of 10. Hip thrust, 2 sets of 10. So you see, seated hamstring curls, reverse hypers, you see that all of these are 2 sets. That's because it's a lot of exercises. Like, think about all of this for my post chain. Kettlebell swings, post chain. Nordic curls, post chain. Barbell RDLs, post chain. Hip thrust, post chain. Seated hamstring curls, post chain. Reverse hypers, post chain. So I'm really just attacking my post chain from every angle possible. And to do that, I'm still going to be pushing the numbers, trying to go as intense as possible, trying to go as heavy as possible on all of these exercises, but I'm only doing 2 sets per exercise because if I did 3, I would be in the gym for 3 hours. Then we got standing calf raises, 3 sets of 20, just because that is post chain, but the calves, it's a little bit different. And I only have 6 sets of 20 reps for the entire week of calf raises. So I actually did 4 sets. Actually, I'm going to change this to 4. I think 4 sets twice a week is going to be good in this volume phase, and then I can decrease from there. So both of these are at the gym that I train, that I have the adjustable hoop. And as you see, like the, hip thrusts, seated hamstring curls, reverse hypers, all of, the jump session on the adjustable hoop, all of these exercises are specific to me going to that gym. Then my plyo day, Thursday would be my plyometric day at the school. And at the school, I have my timing system. I have space to sprint. I do not have space to sprint at Grit, the other gym. So this is at the school. We got our warm-up, ISOs. As you could see, when I do my plyos, my ISOs are a little bit lighter, right? When I do my strength work, that's when I'm adding in the 2-minute ISOs or the really heavy loaded ISOs. When I do my plyos, my ISOs take away from my plyos if I do them too intensely. So I like to do lighter ISOs when I have my plyo sessions. So we got pogo jump series. In these series, this is something that I do in my indestructible knees program and my vertical jump secret system, is you just do the highest regression possible without pushing past 3 out of 10 pain. So that is how I'm running my entire volume phase, is I'm doing as much as possible without causing too much pain. And it has worked very well as of now. I've gotten a dunk on 10 feet on the flimsy hoop, of course, off my left leg, which is crazy. Can't even jump off my right left. Doesn't matter. Single leg bouncy bounce. I've increased my single leg bounce, and I've gotten my knee back to 90%. I will get it back to 100% while still going as intense as possible with everything that I can. So just because you had knee pain doesn't mean you got to do these little itsy bitsy spider exercises. So pogo jump series. Seated box jumps, this isn't necessarily specific to the school, but I like doing them better at the school. Drop jumps, same thing. I like doing them at the school. Depth jumps. And you see I only have like 5 reps of drop jumps, 5 reps of depth jumps. I could possibly do more volume of those, but I don't really want to. Those have the potential to hurt my knee. So these are max intense jumps. I'm obviously going to warm up with more reps, but these are 5 max drop jumps, 5 max depth jumps. Then I'm going to get into sprints. This says only 1 set, but it's just a drop-off session. So we'll just add the note there, drop off, even though I know that, but just so you guys know. So I sprint and sprint until I see a drop off in my performance. Deep tier lunge jumps, 5 sets of 20 reps. That is not 5 sets of 20 reps at max intensity. This is actually me climbing from level 1 to level 5. So set 1, level 1, set 2, level 2, set 3, level 3, 4, and then set 5 would be the highest level where I'm jumping as high as possible with split leg lunge jumps. Then I got my pistol squats. So as you guys see, this is all of the plyos plus my quad dominant work. Anything that can potentially hurt my knee is going to be on this day. So I am, how PGF Performance likes to say, keep your high days high and your low days low. Both of these, so all of these workout days are going to be high intensity, but they're high intensity on different categories. Monday and Wednesday is high intensity on my tendons, essentially, and then Tuesday, Friday is high intensity on my post chain, but it's not really going to aggravate my tendons or cause any more breakdown. So yeah, pistol squats, going to try to get back to me being able to do 10 reps of a pistol squat on my weak leg, which is my right leg, which is my injured quad tendon. But once I get to 10 reps of pistol squats on my weak leg, that's how I know that I'm really making progress. Next exercise or next workout, this would be a Friday, dynamic warm-up, reverse dead mills. So this would be heavier single leg isos. This would be heavy loaded Spanish squats, heavy loaded lunge holds. Then I would do barbell RDLs, 3 sets of 10, lying hamstring curls, 3 sets of 10, hypers, 3 sets of 20. So hyperextensions, I don't have I mean, they have a glute ham machine, but they have a hyperextension machine at the school, so this is specific to the school. They have a lying hamstring curl machine, which that looks like a seated, but it's actually a lying hamstring. That's not a lying. That's a different story for another day. Look, if I click on the video, it takes me to a lying hamstring curl. So anyways, but this is lying hamstring curls are specific to the school. So all the equipment, as I've been saying, is specific to the gym that I'm going to go to. Seated calf raises, these I have to do at Crunch Fitness, unfortunately. So I will do these later in the day when I go to Crunch Fitness on this day. Tibialis raised a hamstring stretch, not the most important exercise, but I do want to hit 3 sets for my tibialis, and I just do a hamstring stretch in between there. So yeah, if you're interested in any of my programs, this is the exact app that I use for all of my athletes, and I plug in the exercises. Like, this is what you see. I write a little bit more normally, but anyways, I'm yapping. This is already a long video. So, as you will notice, these are all 3 sets of 10. So barbell RDLs, lying hamstrings, hypers. These are 3 sets of 10. That's because that's 1, 2, 3 exercises for my post chain. Whereas over here, everything is 2 because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 exercises for my post chain. So this is a lot more post chain heavy on Tuesday than it is on Friday. If I was smart, I would actually switch these two. And I would do, I'm going to switch these. Yeah. So I already did this one. So this week I will do this one on Friday, but I'm going to switch this one because this is a longer workout. This is much more volume, and this should be done Friday because look at this. Boom, Saturday, boom, Sunday to rest, whereas this one is only 1 day rest. So then this next week is essentially the same thing. I think the only difference, let me go ahead and change this. The only difference is there's no difference. So this is the same exact thing, unless I'm missing something. I think the only difference is the ISOs. So like wall sit, calf raise, isometric, but we don't really care about that too much. So yeah, that is my workout split as of now. I changed my workout split from 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, to 4 days a week. And the reason is because I want to get as much volume as I possibly can in this volume phase. And then what I'm going to do is in March, I think the last 3 weeks of March, I will taper off. And I'll probably go 80% the first week. So 80% of the total volume. Then I'll go 60% of the total volume. Then I'll probably go 40% of the total volume. Or I might even just do just jump sessions that last week. I don't know. But anyways, I'm hoping to force my body to adapt as much as possible. The reason why I didn't do Monday, Wednesday, Friday for this new split was because I wrote out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it was just a crazy ton of volume in one workout. So I had all the plyos and all the strength work on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and the volume was just insane. Like I would live at the gym essentially. But anyways, that is my thought process behind me switching my workouts. I really want specific days focused on plyos and anterior chain, and then specific days focused on posterior chain while not being in the gym for 3 hours, and also crushing my body and forcing it to adapt as much as I possibly can. But anyways, that's it for this video. Like this video if you like it, subscribe to the channel, leave your question down below if you want me to answer your question in a video just like this, and there's a link down below in the pinned comment and the description of this video with access to my advanced training programs. If you would like to take all of the guesswork out of your training and you would like me, a professional strength and conditioning coach, a sports performance trainer who specializes in basketball players and volleyball players and teaches them how to jump as high as possible, if you want me to set up your sets, your reps, your exercises, your regressions, progressions, your phases, your periodization so that you jump as high as possible, click that link, get one of my programs or my customized vertical jump coaching. But without further ado, I will see you in tomorrow's video. I love you all. I really do. Peace.